I came to Dr. Diane because I started noticing that I had a lot of wrinkles around my mouth from skiing and being in the sun so often. And then I was telling my husband I wanted to go get some Juvederm, and he said, "Why don't you just get a mini facelift?" And I was shocked. I was like, "You think I need it?" Then I started noticing I accidentally was on my iPhone. I accidentally did a FaceTime, and it was reverse. And I saw it myself, and I was like, "Who is that?" And then I realized it was me, and I looked like I started to melt a little around the chin, the mouth, and that really upset me. So I came and consulted, and I went through with the mini facelift and eyes too. And it was a great experience. It really was. Everyone was very friendly. They made me feel comfortable. Dr. Diane is quite the man. He's really personable and warm. And I was a little surprised at the process because I didn't expect so much, like that you shouldn't have your heart rate raised afterwards. So you have to take that time, really 3 weeks before you really do anything strenuous. And I wouldn't jog right away because of the chin effect. But everything else I expected it. I mean, they gave me kind of a tutorial what would happen, and it all did happen that way. It took about 6 months to completely see the results, but it was a wonderful experience overall. And I love the results, I really do. It's very natural. People just think I look more rested. Nobody knows what I did, unless I tell some of my close friends I told. So it was overall a great experience. I originally was thinking about doing it in Chicago because I figured I'm living in Southwest Florida that they'd have more experience. And then my sister, who works for a cosmetic company, Guerlain, she sees a lot of high-end women come in, and whenever they look fresh, she's like, "What did you do? You look so rested, and your skin looks fantastic." They said, "I went to Diane, Dr. Diane." So because of that, I thought, that's the person I want to go to. Plus, Water Tower Place, it's in my hood. This was my neighborhood before, but we moved away. And when I met him, he was wonderful. Actually, the entire staff is wonderful, very personable, like I said before. The scheduling, they were very flexible with my schedule. And I came in, I don't live here any longer, so I was only here for a month. And they fit me in the schedule, and they worked everything in that I needed. And he was so gracious. He's a wonderful man. Plus, I heard he was one of the top 100 cosmetic surgeons in the country, or in the world, top 10 in the country. So that doesn't hurt. So I was really impressed with him. As far as the results go, what I expected, I really didn't know what to expect. I just hoped for it to be perfect. And nothing's ever perfect, but I wanted natural too. And it turned out really, really well. I just, I got to the point where when I looked in the mirror, all I saw were wrinkles to me. And he did a little fat transfer around my mouth, and that was, at first I didn't see the results, I guess because you're so swollen, but I still saw the old me, and then after about 3 months, they plumped up, and the results were very, very obvious. And when it first was done, I have to say that I was a little nervous for my care, to aftercare, and so I stayed at my sister's house for a week, and basically I was in bed that whole week. I only took my pajamas off to shower. And when it comes to showering, that was a little intimidating because you're afraid you're going to do something wrong. But there isn't really, the results are there, or the surgery's there. It's a little frightening to look at yourself in the mirror. You really don't want to see everything because you don't want to know. Because it does, first you have your bandages up like Bugs Bunny with a toothache. And then they get that off in a day and you have drains. And they take that off the next day. And then a week later they take they check you out, and then I think it's 2 weeks later they took the stitches out. But I had the laser resurfacing also. So that was kind of like, it looks like you've been pinpointed with needles, pointillism in art. But that was what was kind of scary at first. But everything turned out well. There was not pain. I quit taking the pain pills after 2 days, and the anxiety medicine. I just think that you should follow all the directions and do what you're supposed to do, what they tell you, and everything will work out perfectly.